I don't think people realized that when there was an intense passion by certain people on this application to try to ruin my life for clout, to try to literally destroy my life for clout. I don't think people realized my counter passion, as long as it takes in my life. I don't care if it takes a decade, which it's not. It's not going to take, obviously, that long. But long haul, I don't think people realize that when someone tries to literally destroy my destiny on this planet, when a person or people want to bury me under the ground, that there is no shaking hands after that. There is no going back to any sort of peace. It's not going to happen. There's just find the attackers. Find the attackers as long as it takes, however it takes, until the attackers get ID'd. Just as obsessed as the people were to try to humiliate me, attack my family, put me on YouTube, lie about me to law enforcement, frame me, try to humiliate me, the same passion I have to exposing it. Same passion. Okay? Hitman, aka Contract, aka Christian, absolutely will be identified once and for all. And so will Mrs. Contract. The days of this stupid little game, this stupid little Nintendo video game of destroying people's lives, those games are done. All the little group chats, all the little Facebook Messenger apps or groups, all the little schemes of hiding in the shadows, recording, all of those things were just counter diversions to cover up the original crimes. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say about it. The countdown to find Contract, aka Christian, is on. You don't get away with that many crimes and just laugh about it. This is the Contract to Christian. A person doesn't get away with like years upon years upon years of harassment and cyberstalking and then laughing in the face of the people he's doing it to, while his wife in the background gaslights the victim and continues to cover for her husband's crime. It's not how it's going to go down. Terrorism does not win. Have a good night. I have a lot of searching to do. I don't really care.
Huh? Well, hold on, you forgot about Lake County, man. Come on. My name is Anthony Francis motherfucking Meringolo. You don't gotta put the motherfucker in there. But look, if you got like $1,000, you can pull all my body cam footage. There is literally a DOS.
The fact that you continue to inject yourself in this, Anthony Meringolo, and I have you on recording of making terroristic threats, it's not going to be just law enforcement that's going to see the recordings of you making terroristic threats, Anthony. It's going to be your brother. Your brother is, this is again a financing thing. The people who finance unknowingly these harassments and these crimes on Zello, especially if they're unknowingly financing them, like your brother is unknowingly financing you to commit crimes on here, your brother, Gabriel Meringolo, has a right to know that when he pays for your car insurance and he pays for your health insurance, he's also paying for you to have the freedom to cyberstalk and harass people on Zello. Have a good night. I have a lot of searching to do. Have a good night. It's not just me. You seriously don't know the entourage of people in the background that even hit me up as far as last night and into this morning in solo, telling me they are sick and tired of you. They're sick and tired of you, hitman. There's people in the background, not cyberstalkers like Taryn Gervais and Touchtone and all the people you guys have in your background. Real people on this app that are sick and tired of you doing this on Zello. And they're all going to help find you.
My brother knows exactly who I am, and there's nothing you can do to him or me. You can tell a judge, I'll kill you and you get 30 days in jail, Ronen. You can watch it on YouTube. Okay, so when that terroristic threats, you can suck my dick, okay?
Listen, Anthony Meringolo, whatever your opinion is of you committing crimes and terroristic threats on Zello, your opinion doesn't matter. It's the opinions of the people who finance you or who allow you to continue to get away with this. You understand? So your brother is going to see these recordings. Your brother has the right, Gabriel Meringolo, software developer. I'm not going to put his company out there. I'm not trying to have him, I don't want, he didn't do anything. I don't have anything against your brother. But he does have a right to know because he's financing this unknowingly. So that's exactly what happens. What do you do with the Anthony Meringolo situation? How he continues to try to latch on to this campaign to attack me, right? You're saying things about my sister, right? You're saying things that you want to do to my sister, right? Your brother, Gabriel, has a right to know that that's how you speak about my sister-in-law who's already married. Your brother, Gabriel Meringolo, has a right to hear what you say in harassing other people's families. And then I'll ask him, Gabriel, are you going to continue to finance him? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask Gabriel Meringolo, not harassing him. I'm going to ask Gabriel, your brother, who pays for your life, who pays the taxes on the trailer that you and your father live in, who pays your insurance. I'm going to ask him, listen to what your brother does on Zello all day, harassing people. Do you support it, Gabriel? Your brother has a right to know. Okay, and you can record me because I'm recording myself. In fact, I'm going to record this right now. I'm going to put it on YouTube, and he's going to see it. Okay? No more games, people. This is no longer games. You think that these are games. These are not games. Either the people who finance you or the people who arrest you will be the final determiners of what happens here. The people who finance you, people, because they're financing terrorists, or the people who will arrest you. They will be the final determiners of what happens here.
Nobody's getting arrested, and my brother's going to laugh his ass off and cash out me some money. He'll probably buy me a new phone or something. He'll probably buy me a car or something. I got two brothers. You forget about my half-brother. My brother knows exactly.
Your brother, Gabriel Meringolo, does not know what you do on the internet. He doesn't. But he will once these video screen records are posted. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it for the recording right now. Your brother knows, right? Go ahead and say on this video recording right now, go ahead and say how you like to harass my sister-in-law who's married to my brother, okay? Go ahead and tell Gabriel Meringolo, your brother, that you say sexual things about my married sister-in-law. Go ahead and say it.
All I said was I'm going to give your sister Jessica 3 babies, 2 in the womb, 1 in the rectum. One's going to be a Christian, one's going to be a Jew, and the other one's going to come out Muslim. All right, and we're going to make world peace. All right? And Ronen, you should kill yourself, self-inflicted, whatever, stab wound, gun wound, suffocate yourself.
Let the video recording show the record that when he says I should do something to myself, listen to how his tone changes, how hurt he is. The mental illness in the tone of his voice. You should go, like the guy has a defect in his brain about who he's really angry about. You're not really angry at me. I've never done anything to you. You're not really angry at my sister, Jessica. You're not really angry at anyone. You're just too much of a pussy to admit who you're really angry at, which is the mirror. That's why you're like, that voice.
No, because I get one key up to your 1,000 key ups, and I forget what I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? But, no, you're an idiot. And you should kill yourself. And I'm going to get your sister pregnant. Consensually. We're going to have sangria on the beach. It's going to be...
That's fine. That's fine. You can continue to say this harassing stuff. That's fine. I have too many things I need to go screen video record, including this conversation. This conversation is going to go on YouTube with your full name on it by tonight. Okay? All right? Gotta go. Turning the power button off. See you.
You shouldn't say things like that, Salty Boss Hack. Queen Bee just lost her life because she wouldn't stop telling Cinnamon that over and over and over. You shouldn't say things like that, Salty Boss Hack. Queen Bee just lost her life because she wouldn't stop telling Cinnamon that over and over and over.
Well, I was ready to go 20 years ago. And I am who I am. And Ronen, I do hate you. And you have done. My brother is well aware. And he'll bury you. All my family will bury you. And if I bury you, we'll bury you.
Let the video recording show that this is the excuse the terrorists make. Just like Hamas and Gaza says that the reason that they crossed over to Israel and they raped all the Israeli Jewish women and children is because the Israelis did horrible things first. This is what this guy, Anthony Meringolo, does. I didn't do anything. I didn't get anyone fired from their job. I didn't get anyone swatted. I didn't harass anyone's family. These are all delusions and fantasies of you and Hitman and Taryn and Touchtone and Lindsay.
I didn't accuse you of anything. That's a Freudian slip. And you know what you did. And my brother knows what you did. And my father knows what you did. And they know what I'm going to do. And this is the best thing that I can do. So you keep your attention on me. You make YouTube videos.
You made threats to wait outside of a grocery store in Atlanta, Georgia, when I was shopping a lot on the mic to just go run my regular errands. This is before what happened to you happened to you. You said you're going to hide in the bushes, wait for me to come out and hit me with a brick. You were making terroristic threats to kill me before anything happened to you with Lake County sheriffs. Okay? The reason that you tried to associate whatever happened to you with whatever swatting you're talking about is because you're the one making terroristic threats. You're the one saying that you're going to cyberstalk and actually real life stalk. You wanted to find out where me and Kristen lived. You wanted to find the exact supermarket that I shop in. So you can wait for me outside and hit me with a brick in my skull is what you said that time.
Yeah, I still got the brick. I call it the Opie's Wish. I'm going to change it. And if I do see you, Ronen, in the real world, chances are I'm going to take one of your senses. Sense of smell, sense of taste, sense of touch, sense of sight. I will take one.
So pathological liar when you say things like, my dad knows what you did, Ronen. My brother knows what you did. I didn't do anything. Some Scottish guy that you pissed off on this app did whatever he wanted to do to you, and then afterwards you try to associate me with it. And you're lying about it. You're lying about it because you have a guilty conscience, because before you had a beef with this Scottish guy, whom I don't even remember that person's name, that you said, and that coach said. You said it. You guys said, some Scottish guy. What fucking Scottish guy? What fucking Scottish guy do I hang out with on Zello, you fucking liar? This is getting on the recording too, right? Whatever the fuck happened to you has nothing to do with me. The only reason you try to associate me with it is because you already said that you wanted to kill me with a brick months prior than that. So don't give me this bullshit where somehow people fucking get on Zello and want to do things to you just because they're fucking weirdos. No, you have been committing terroristic threats on this app since 2015 actually. 2015 you've been making terroristic threats. You've been on a 2016 or 2017 Dunwoody police report where you criminally threatened to drive from Florida to Georgia to knock on my mother's house for what? For what, Anthony? Why did you make threats to go to my mother's house, Anthony? This all happened before anything happened to you on Zello. Right? Right? Everything that you did, do you own up to? In 2016, when you threatened to go to my mother's house, drive from Florida to Georgia, what was done to you, Salty?
That was for consensual butt sex. I find Deborah Newmark very hot. And she's single, I'm single. She's Jewish, I'm Jewish. And I think she needs a little alone time down by the beach. And,
so what do you switch back and forth? You switch from basically claiming that something was horribly done to you, right? You're always talking about this martyrdom swatting thing that happened with some person that none of us even fucking know about on this application, but you don't want to talk about what you did. You don't want to talk about what you did. Everything that you do is just a joke, right? When my mother went to Dunwoody Police and filed a police report with your name on it, and she spoke to a detective with your name on it, was that funny to you? Was that funny to you, Anthony Meringolo?
Man, Aries got this fucking motherfucker up in here. Man, like a 2-for-1. Look at this. Aries and fucking Zadie and fucking Anthony. Goddamn. Ronen and Anthony together.
The hypocrisy on this application where so many of you people commit crimes on a daily basis, and then anything that happens to you thereafter, you stub your toe, you blame it on other people. Something else happens to you, you blame it on other people, just like Anthony Meringolo. Who had police reports filed on them first? You, Anthony Meringolo, had police reports filed on you by my mother at Dunwoody Police. Why did my mother need to go file police reports on you, Anthony? Why did a 70-something-year-old woman who's never been on Zello, who's never installed this app, why did she have to, out of fear, go to her police department and file a police report on you? Why did she do that, Anthony? Why did she do that? Because you passed around her home address on Zello as early as 2016. I have you on recording basically saying you're going channel to channel. You're spreading around my mother's home address and you're asking people to harass the address. Do you remember that, Anthony? What did she do to you, Anthony? Anthony Meringolo, what did my mother in 2016, 8 years ago, before anything happened with anything with you on here, what did my mother do to you 8 years ago, Anthony? Nothing. She did nothing to you. You're a terrorist. You're a terrorist, and then you have the audacity to crying wolf to Lake County Sheriff Florida's law enforcement, but you don't tell them what you do. You don't tell them what you did. Lake County doesn't know that you already have your name as early as 2016 on a Dunwoody Police report where you made threats to go harass and harm a woman in her 70s who's never been on Zello. So miss me with this whole shit where you say, my brother knows what you did, Ronen. My father knows what you... I didn't do anything to you. Nothing. Okay? You can't accept responsibility and accountability that you made enemies on here when you started threatening people. You see, when my mother filed a police report on you, it didn't follow through. Okay? So anytime that you people get away with crimes of harassment and terroristic threats on this app, you double down. You go around the app and you do it to more and more people, right? You do it to as many people as you possibly can until you find someone crazier than you, which is what I believe happened to you with whatever happened to you in Lake County. You went around and you pissed off someone who's crazier than you. And in my opinion, from what it sounds like, I don't know, he wanted to show you that he was crazier than you. But then you have the nerve to blame me for it when I don't even know the fucking people. All right? You think that you're not cutting me off the mic because somehow you're waiting for me to say one little thing. Lindsay McKee is waiting for one little thing that I say, one little word that Touchtone is waiting for me to say on this recording, like somehow you're going to flip it on me.
Ronen, I'm at your mom's house. Best troll of the year. You ran from a Chevron to a BP gas station. I told you I was riding with Ishmael and you had a harpoon. That was a Moby Dick reference. Okay. The day before you got some giggles out of me going to get...
Hey, internet that's going to see this, internet, everything he just said was a bunch of bullshit. Bullshit. There were two separate incidences. He told me that if I don't show up to fight him at a gas station, he'll go to my mother's house and harass it to her.
But you gotta remember, Ronen, you dealing with a fuckboy. You dealing with a fuckboy. You gotta remember that. This bitch ass nigga, Shorty Dog, is a fuckboy. He a retard.
He is. I don't want to say that word for the recording. For anyone who's wondering the context, back in those days in 2016, I believe, Anthony Meringolo said to me that if I don't meet him at a gas station to fight him, he'll go harass my mother's house.
Alright, can we do like one key up to one key up? Because this is bullshit. I got his attention, that's what I wanted. But I can't grab a button. It's this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. I got 1,000 jokes. I just missed 1,000 jokes. Good ones too. And not even jokes, there's some facts in there too. You know what I'm saying? About the swatting and shit. Like, there's like so many people that were there when Ronen asked that guy to do it. You know what I mean? And they're all in my solo saying, yo, we'll tell the cops exactly what happened that night. So, and my brother knows it. My dad did go to the hospital for 3 days because he had some chest pains because of Ronen asking some Scottish dude to swat my house tactically. So just the same thing that he's accusing Kevin and Lindsay for. You know, but that was a wellness check. Say, I actually got tactically swatted. And I was trolled. I'm an internet troll, and he doesn't get it. He just doesn't fucking get it. I leave him clues all the time. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he'll get butthurt, and he feels inferior when he sees a guy like me. You know what I'm saying? He knows he can't get no play from the women, so he's got to overcompensate. So, but that 8, 9, 10, 12 key-ups to one, come on, guys, we got to do something about that. I don't really ask for much, but we got to do something about that. Can the channel owner say chill, or can we do like a, I don't know. I don't know what we can do, but I lost so many fucking jokes.
Hey, retard. What up, retard? What up, special ed patient?
That's exactly what happened with Anthony Meringolo. Anthony Meringolo, with no reason to hate me other than he just couldn't win an argument with me on Zello, he latched on, like the other cyberstalkers on this app, he latched on to my mother's home address in Dunwoody, Georgia.
Retard 1, retard 2, retard 3, are you going to save enough roast for me? Huh?
Let me just finish the story and then you guys can have the channel. I don't want to hog it. So in 2016, something like that, Anthony Meringolo couldn't win an argument with me on anything on Zello. So he latched on like the other little cyberstalker gang did to my mother's home address. I wasn't even there. I was like 5 towns over. I didn't live in Dunwoody, Georgia in 2016. Okay? But they became obsessed with harassing and stalking my mother. Okay? That's what they did. So he told me that if I don't show up to an Atlanta gas station, that he's going to go do things to my mother's home address.
Hey, yo, listen. Hey, motherfucking Timothy Scott McDonald, shut up, bitch. This shit ain't got shit to do with you, hoe ass nigga.
My bad, KB. So my point is that what would any adult man do when some psychopath on the internet is saying that if you don't meet them at a gas station to so-called fight, then they're going to go to your mother's house and do things to her. That's what Anthony Meringolo did. So Anthony Meringolo, let's continue to tell him the whole story. You threatened to harass my mother's house for nothing because you're a bitch. Then I show up to the gas station you say you're waiting for me there, right? Remember that? Remember you told me the exact address in Atlanta. It was Roswell Road. I remember the street. You told me you're waiting for me. And I better show up or you're going to harass my mother's house. What did I do? I show up. What did you do? What'd you do, Anthony? You never showed up. You never showed up because you're a coward. You would rather harass and stalk elderly family relatives than actually maintain the beef that you have with the person you have it with, the guy. All right?
Hey, yo, can I ask you a question? You talking to Shorty Dog?
Oh, yeah. For the record, for the video record, Salty Dog is Anthony Meringolo. Anthony Meringolo is Salty Dog. He no longer gets on that username because he's been banned on it, so he gets on a username called Lucas Jackson. Lucas Jackson is Salty Dog. Lucas Jackson is Anthony Meringolo. Get out of the mod box, dude. No one's listening to the mod box, man. No one's listening to the mod box, okay? No one's listening to the mod box. You threaten my elderly mother if I don't meet you to fight at a gas station, Anthony.
Shit, I fucking trolled. So I trolled people from Florida. That's what got me fucking fucked up. See, what I did was they locked me up in 2014 down here for some bullshit, right? So I told this guy from Florida, man, I was like, yo, man, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass, dude. You know, these dudes were pieces of shit.
And when I meet you at the gas station, or I drive to the gas station, you're not even there. You're not even there. Which means that you're really tough when it comes to threatening people's elderly parents, but you're not tough going adult male versus adult male.
Not saying